got the right bitch. No lefty, walking my truth, don't fuck with my 17 crawl for you walk, run it, catch me, got a sharp tongue, spit. Dwight Howard. Honey, why is Dwight Howard back in the news? Y'all get mad when I misgender the cisgender men, the DLs. I only do it with the DLs, and that is because, you know, it's the whole juxtaposition, you know, it's the whole, you know, girl, like, I'm not going to validate your manhood because you're DL. Bitch, if anything, I'm going to take it from you in my little piece of the world. I think it's a kiki, but y'all don't think it's a kiki. And since y'all the reason that I get paid, I'm going to do what y'all say. Okay? But Dwight Howard is back in the news, honey. Is back in the news, back on, yes, back on some damn little brother shit. Child, don't he stand? This time, the ex-Laker star is being sued for assault and battery by a man he allegedly met on Instagram. All right, baby, I keep telling y'all, I don't make this news, I just bring it to y'all. And no, the assault and the battery, honey, and none of that is funny, but it's just, you gonna see when the story come full circle. It's just hilarious to me. But Dwight was exposed this time with text messages. Yes, the accuser has released text messages that we, the bloggers, have gotten a hold of, honey. Yet again, you can get into them. I know it's a little blurry. Pause the read. We're not going to stay here too long. Yes, but in the lawsuit, Stephen Harper, the accuser, claims assault, claims battery, reached out to Howard. Harper claimed that he reached out to Howard in 2001, in May 2021. So this may have been a while ago. It's possible that, you know, Dwight ain't up to DL shenanigans no more. You know what I mean? This was since his last accusation, but we'll get into that further. Stephen Harper also claims that he claims in his initial meeting of Dwight, that Dwight, you know, hit him up from a foo-foo page, you know, a phony Instagram, a Finstagram, and they started going back and forth. He said that Dwight Howard sent him his real Instagram page from his real blue check account. And then that's when the conversation got screenshotted. Of course, I mean, baby, when they hit you, child. I'm not saying from my own experience, because the celebrities who hit me up, they know that I don't say nothing. But for the girls who like to say something, they gonna screenshot you as soon as that blue check comes. You might as well stay on the fence stuff. No, let me stop giving the DLs tricks and secrets and stuff. But Harper claimed that Howard was telling him about being into all of these freaky adult things. Nudes were shared. You know, I'm only reporting this for documentary purposes. You know, ejaculate, you know, explicit, all of the exes, all of the nasty things, baby, all of the nasty things, honey. Eventually, they ended up hooking up. Dwight made it clear that he wanted a group situation, a organized situation, you know, with multiple people. That's all we got so far, you know, because all of the legalese is happening, honey. And this is pause to read, honey. It got real. It got real. It got real explicit. It got very explicitly homosexual. Honey, I'm not judging Dwight because I get explicitly homosexual. You know? You know, I'm like bisexual on steroids. You know, that's what pansexual is. Dwight has finally spoke out. I don't know if y'all seen this, but he finally spoke out with on Way Up with Angela Yee. Shout out to Angela Yee. We love Angela Yee over here, honey. Angela Yee is a smart woman. She knew when to get up out of that evaporating Breakfast Club. This was his response.
The posts and the blogs, right? And a couple of years ago, there's a guy who claims that, you know, you hit him up in the DMs and now there's a lawsuit. And I believe it's from 2021, if I'm not mistaken, right? And so how did you react to something like that? Because like you said, you're over here preaching positivity, living positivity, but then something like this happens.
I didn't react. Assault and battery. Y'all have been around me for how long?
40 minutes, maybe.
40 minutes. I've never in my life assaulted or hurt anyone. I'm not even that type of person. So when I see allegations and accusations online about whatever people have said I've done, I don't pay attention to them.
Are you ever hurt when you see things, or you always like it doesn't bother you? Or does anything ever sting or affect you personally?
The stuff that it doesn't hurt, but it just makes me feel for my children.
Because they have to see it.
And it's not about all the crap. The stuff like with my kids and my mom and their moms. That stuff right there is just like, my son don't need to see that. He's getting too old, for one, and he's about to start getting to that level of understanding.
Wait a minute. He's getting too old for what, Dwight? He's getting too old to know his father's true sexuality. He's getting too old to not be under the guise that his father is super straight, as y'all was calling it at one point, or 100% heterosexual. Dwight, I'm confused, but I'll let him keep on responding.
And stuff like that he don't need to see. He doesn't need to see that.
How do you protect your children from?
What's up, everyone? It's Kayla on behalf of Grammarly to tell you all about the free.
I know Kayla a motherfucking lie, honey. I didn't get paid. I didn't get paid by Grammarly, honey, so we gonna keep it going. But long story short, y'all ain't missing nothing. Dwight is claiming that that ain't him. That ain't him. That is AI text messages. I'm assuming, you know. But this supposedly occurred in 2021. I hinted around that this was not his first occurrence. I don't know if y'all remember this, honey, with Mason. Y'all remember Miss Mason? Tuna Puss? Or at least that was her name back then. I'm not sure what she's giving now. But honey, yes, Dwight had got caught just in 2018. Just in 2018 with another man or person who was identifying as man at the time. So keep that in mind. We're going to give Dwight the benefit of the doubt. You know, maybe Dwight is really a super straight. You know? You know, maybe he is a super straight. But I want y'all to have all the facts before y'all decide, you know, whether he is super straight or just, you know, one of those men who's a little gay on the weekends. You know? You're going to have to pause to read this section, but we going through the story of Mason. We reminding you of Mason, all of Mason's IG story back then, back in 2019 when Dwight was exposed. Like I say, you're going to have to pause the read. You can always run it back. You can pause. You can screenshot. All of the things. We also have audio. This was the pastor, Calvin Simmons. That's who's going to...
First of all, I don't live... You continue to say that I live in Atlanta, but I don't live in Atlanta. I live in New York, so that's how I know that you really don't know where I'm at.
You're going to find a resident because you're playing big game.
I'm going to find a new residence.
No, we're going to expose you. You wasn't catfish. And at the end of the day, how we know what you got ain't Photoshop. How we know what you are? We can't even believe what you are. You a goddamn man with a wig on. We can't even believe your personality. Let alone what the heck.
Wow.
You're a goddamn freak. That's what you are. You a freak and the truth ain't it.
Wow.
Now, the next faggot that you lay down with, bend over and tell us that.
Wow.
There ain't nobody gonna bump with you. You done lost your conscience.
Wow.
That's why you never talked to Dwight, sucker. That's why you never heard from Dwight, sucker. That's why you ain't never been flown nowhere. Because if you knew anything about Dwight, he doesn't have an appetite. Now, for women, if you don't fit that deal, that's a hard pill to swallow.
Like I was saying before, that was audio from Pastor Calvin Simmons, honey, apparently between one of the conversations that he had with Mason, one of the conversations that Mason recorded. I believe that there are other recordings available. You can look them up on Twitter. They there. All you have to do is search for Mason Elijah or Mason Elijah. MASINELIJE. Yes, honey. And yet again, Dwight was put in a chair. He was put in the hot seat regarding the situation with Mason. Everybody wanted to know what was going on. Mason had too many receipts, and this is how Dwight responded.
I went through a situation last year that kind of it really just set me free.
Okay.
It's a situation, it was an allegation with, a guy who said, it ended up being a situation that went viral. Mm-hmm. People were talking about it. And it upset me because I didn't even know who the person was. I'm like, why would somebody who I've never met, never had any contact with, make up a whole story about me? And I saw all the hate, the pure hate from people that I've never met before, just pile up everywhere I went against me. And I think that liberated me because I saw how a lot of people would feel, whether they're gay, whether they're straight, whether they have issues. People are afraid to be who they are. They're afraid to just step out and be, like you said. Because they're afraid of what other people might say or think about them. And so that situation made me realize, you're not like this, but just be you, be free.
Meaning you're not gay.
I'm not gay. So it's a lot of people who are, mm-hmm. and they have to hide. And it's people who have mental issues and they have to hide. It's people who have different problems in life and they have to hide. They have to put on a mask every day. It's like, well, I don't want to wear no mask. Just want to be.
It definitely is one of the most liberating things when you can truly feel like I don't care what anyone else mm-hmm. thinks about me. It just matters you and your close friends and family, right?
It did. And it hurt at first to go through it. It hurt. I sat at home and I was like, man, I'll never want to come outside again. But I'm like, why?
How long did that take for you? Like, were you just sitting at home alone?
A couple months to really just think and understand myself and just figure out who I am, what I want to be, where do I want my life to go, what do I want my kids to think about me.
Well, apparently, after some thought, Dwight decided that he wanted to get involved with Stephen Harper. And that's why Dwight is in the situation that Dwight is in now. I mean, that's allegedly. Allegedly, it's all, at this point, it's all allegations. Now, honey.